Okay, so I'm playing a CNO Crazy House Nigeria Cage Fight against Neo Matrix from Nigeria. Should be good fun. It's going to be 3+2, full 10 games. Adet is sponsoring it. Maybe he's streaming it as well. Okay, let's go. What should we do? D4, same as usual. And he goes knight f6, so I go knight c3 to control the squares the knight controls. And that's inviting me to take the center, so I do that. Got to try not to get too low on time, because I guess that would be my weakness, getting low on time. Okay, that's sensible. Bishop here is an idea, bishop here even is an idea. Go for this. Get castled. Okay, there could potentially be pressure here, but I'm just going to... Yeah, so maybe d3 is not as good as e2 because of this pin. So in future games, I should consider switching that one up. Okay, I go here. Interesting. So queen d2 makes sense. This is still under control, so I'm just back off. And even considering f4 in some scenarios. Like, what does he want to do? What does he do against this? How does he protect that knight? He doesn't. He sort of probably comes here and tries to crash through on this one. But then I get some play on h6. So after here, I'm even considering going here, but deciding against it. So he wanted to pawn takes pawn, and he still has that in a way. But I think I still go for this. And takes here, and I'm 146 on the clock, so I just need to be more aware of time. So queen here, is that a problem? I don't want to lose a knight then. Queen here, he just has bishop here. It's kind of annoying. Because then I have to pay attention to that square. So queen back here, but I just have to pay attention to time. Time is a problem. Yeah, I wanted to do something else. Okay. Okay. I'm just trying to... He has two pieces in my half of the board, and he's up 30 seconds. So what I'm doing here is just trying to push him back. Get back. That's basically my plan here. And knight here next. I got an open rook file. Looks pleasant. This is going to be a long 10 games. I mean, we're going to be grinding these. It's nothing straightforward. He will be thinking about this diagonal for sure. Okay, I'm going to take away that defender. And do this. Because this comes with tempo. That looks good. He's giving away that knight, so I'm happy to take it. G6 is a kind of issue. Just need to keep a good tempo. Okay, that looks good. With this idea. Pawn here I can sidestep to h2, I think. So at h7, king here, and then I can recycle rooks, can't I? And I got him on the back rank. Okay, game one. I was white that game. Now how do we do as black? He plays d4, d4, d5. We're going to have more of this. Okay, I do the same. This. I usually take this bishop out and then swing my knight to e7. So I'm going to do what I usually do. And swing the knight to e7. And just continue developing. He castles, that makes sense. Going to could go knight f6, could castle. Yeah, I should castle probably. Should castle first. Okay, he takes this one. This seems fine for me. He's thinking of bishop here, of course. Okay, I just reinforce. Reinforce or rook c8? Reinforce is always good. He's trying to be annoying here. Fair enough. Back off. Okay, I'll take here, and this bishop is now providing coverage. Okay, so this is going to be I think this is a mistake, but why? I have to prove it. Take this one. So he wants. So what about here? Here, I don't see a follow-up. That's the problem. Don't see good follow-ups. But queen here maybe. So he's going to take this. He's going to take this for sure. Is there anything else I can do? If I go pawn takes pawn, bishop here is the problem. Bishop here is still the problem. So takes here. Yep. Okay, so now I've got a knight and two bishops. I've got to try and focus. Okay, so my idea here is what? Queen takes knight. What does that achieve? Queen takes this knight. I'll try this one. That doesn't work. What the hell am I doing? So he's got a knight and a queen. This is not good. So what if I did this? Just bishop takes g7 is the problem. I'm going to do it anyway, because it covers the square. Okay. So what do I do here? I'm going to go. Got to take it. Okay, 19 seconds and pretty bad position to be honest. He wants bishop takes rook and so on and so forth. Of course he does. Now, check. Okay, so I've taken away my defender. What's he going to do with pawns? What's he going to do? What's he going to do? Just trying to get out. He's only got one pawn to give me real trouble, but what's my continuation? Just bishop. Okay, so knight here, there isn't anything. So just do this, and rook here is mate. Okay, fair enough. One game all. Okay, so we need to just keep our heads, do the same stuff. Control the center. Control the center, push. Control the center. Okay, now this one, maybe hit that bishop. Because now I've controlled e4, I'm able to move the knight out here. And this knight is a very good piece, but it doesn't have places to go, things to do. So the idea here is, can I even do this? Okay, so takes. Now I'm thinking of knight here. At h3 is always a problem. Knight here, there's the problem is bishop here, so knight here. I don't think I would ever be brave enough to go f3 anyway. So he drops a knight. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Now I want to do this, but again, I don't think it works because takes, knight takes seems uncomfortable. Bishop here is also interesting, but this same trick works. So I'm going to do this and look to get a knight on f5. So I could go f3, but I'm going to be very solid and just do this. Now this knight is guarding this one, so it's still all holding together. Takes, of course. And with the queen on e2, maybe f3 is not as bad. Or maybe I have other ideas, like queen here check. I've got to watch the clock. Okay. Clock consciousness is something I don't necessarily always have. I only sometimes have it. It's kind of a strange thing, clock consciousness. It's not something completely natural to me. It's, yeah. And what's nice about 3 plus 2 is you don't have to always be clock conscious. You can get away with not being clock conscious all the time. And my knight here looks a bit silly. So if I ever get an opportunity to sack that knight on something, I will. So check. So queen takes pawn. What's the idea? Oh, bishop takes knight. Okay, this is where I need to pause and think. So queen takes pawn, bishop takes knight. Bishop here check, takes, bishop comes back here. Huh. So queen, okay. So queen takes pawn, bishop takes knight. What about bishop here? Takes, bishop, yes, he's always returning. So queen takes pawn, bishop takes knight. Queen takes pawn, bishop takes knight. I just feel like there's something here, isn't there? But I'm just not sure what it is. And he already has this. Yeah, so what about bishop here? I'm losing a whole queen. That's not a good idea. Bishop here, takes. That doesn't seem sensible. Queen takes pawn, bishop takes knight. Queen takes pawn, bishop takes knight. What's the follow-up? Bishop here, check, takes. Okay, I'm going to do this. And I'm still thinking about what the next move is. Okay, do I just castle or is there something else? I think just castles. The idea next being bishop here check. Takes, queen takes, and pawn here, maybe. Pawn takes pawn, still with ideas. He takes my queen. Oh, that's embarrassing. Okay, so let's just go get to work. He has to defend. He has to defend this with a queen. Actually, I think I'm okay still, because how do you defend g7 with the queen when your pieces are all tied up? So my idea is knight here and at g7 will be mate, but only 32 seconds on the clock. So let's try and be accurate. This is going to be a tough game, tough match. Okay, so I take the knight. Hard to defend. 1 second. Does he have clock consciousness? He does not have clock consciousness. Tough position. Okay, 2-1. This, 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 this. Castles. Develop my last piece. And let's try and if he takes me, that's great, otherwise I'm going to take him. I want to open up the rook file. True, it creates a weakness. That's not a problem. I want to open up the rook file. I want to also take this knight at some point and maybe go knight at h3. I think that's my plan if he doesn't do anything. Bishop takes knight, knight at h3 and pick up this knight. And if he takes, oh, then queen takes knight check, bishop takes knight here check, pick up the queen. Yeah, I think that's probably worth it. Gives away one knight. Intense game. This one I've got more time because he's going to be worried about this pawn. So that's good that he's worrying about this pawn because that's not my plan. But hang on a second, I got to make sure I don't have knight f3 anymore. So I have to sack even more, it's kind of annoying. So bishop takes pawn, bishop takes. Bishop takes knight, he could just go knight takes pawn. And I can't go bishop takes knight first. So I feel I'm playing wish chess rather than sort of hope chess, as they say. So do I play h6? That's the question. h6, he just backs off. So bishop takes knight first. No. Bishop takes pawn is fun. I just really want, I really want to do this. So bishop takes pawn. Bishop takes pawn, bishop takes, it's a nice combination, but can I do it? Bishop takes pawn, then bishop takes knight, but the problem is knight takes pawn. Should still be decent. I'll just go for it. Okay, now this is the idea. With 2 knights in hand. I am such an idiot. What was I thinking? It's queen takes knight first. Queen takes knight first, and then this. Oh my goodness. I just can't believe I did that. Ah, damn it. And now he's got 2 knights, so now it's really dangerous. So I've just given him all the material he wants. But I have got a big attack on f3 and h3, but just only a knight and a bishop in hand, which is kind of sad. Bishop h3 I'll do if I can get a chance to. Bishop at h3. And ideas of bishop here, knight here are in the air. He wants another knight. He wants just simple. This is simple chess. He wants another knight. Is another knight killing me? No, I don't think it is, because I can. f7 is covered. So I'll take that. And okay, f3, h3. I don't know if I believe in this. Okay, so what I do have is he's only got 7 seconds on the clock. Interesting, interesting. Interesting, interesting. So he's got a pin on. So knight takes bishop. What if I go bishop takes rook? Bishop takes rook. No, he's okay. He don't really have anything. So pawn there. Pawn takes rook. Yeah, that doesn't work. Knight takes bishop. He's got pawn takes. Go with this one. He just does this. Oh, yeah, I could have taken that. So bishop takes rook is now not possible, and I need to defend this. I'll take this. He's simply got knight takes bishop. I don't have enough. Oh, I do have enough. I've got rook, knight, bishop takes rook. No. Rook, king takes, knight. I need another rook or something. Rook, knight. Okay, let's do it. Doesn't work because the queen's covering f2. Huh. Yeah, no bad, too bad. Too bad. He gets this one. Yep, well played. Intense. I didn't deserve it after hanging a piece. Okay, remember to keep doing what I'm doing well, not forget what's working well. Push, bishop here, and the idea is knight e2 next, challenge that knight. And could simply take that knight and get to work on f4. And getting to work on f4 is very tempting, but also just picking up the pawn is very tempting. So I've got a kind of dilemma of which I do. I'm just going to take the pawn and claim I'm up a pawn here. Okay, against this, I have to go rook g1. And I've got two ideas, at h6 and at e6. Okay, I'm going to go at e6 just to take out the connection with the knight. He could just do this. I'm going to take here, replace. And I'm thinking of going here, just to, but he's got rook takes knight and knight here, which might be a bit annoying. So that's what I'm having second thoughts. I've also got bishop here, and I'm not sure where that knight's going. So, but then he's got pawn there. So maybe moving this knight's a good idea after all. So if I move the knight, I'm worried about rook takes knight. I shouldn't be worried. Then I'll have a rook. Yeah, I think that's good. Okay, he's allowing me to take this knight. Oh, he can take it back. Okay, I didn't notice that. And now I want pawn takes pawn. Pawn takes pawn is what I want. Just get in. He goes this indeed. And notice at some point I have knight, rook, all sorts of things. I think I can take this. Knight here, okay. So he's stopping my knight h6 ideas for now. What if I could run away, and he wants knight takes rook. Or I could run towards, and both look very good. So I'm going to run towards. Okay, he takes it. Just king takes knight. Looks reasonable. Throwing in a check. Throwing in a check also looks reasonable. Queen takes knight looks super reasonable. He's only got pawns and rooks. He's got knight takes pawn, so not sure if I took it the right way. I've got pawn here check, though, if he does knight takes pawn. So pawn here check, and then king takes knight. Time is the issue. This square is covered. Rook here is still possible. Oh yeah, this falls to this. And now I can just take the knight. Take the knight or go straight in with other ideas. So I've got to calculate queen takes pawn. Okay, let's do this. Queen takes pawn, or just bishop h6 actually is stronger. So if rook here, just bishop here. Just try and put pressure on these dark squares. And try and have some clock consciousness. So I feel like attacking that rook. And this. Okay, I just do this. So now this is a danger. Take this one. King takes pawn is possible, but I'll just go bishop takes pawn, try and stay safe. Go here. There's no reason to take risks. Rook g8 is also coming. Okay, let's go rook g8. Let's mate. Okay, so 3 games to 2. White winning every game. Okay, go here. Okay, I'll try and mix things up a bit. Although, why should I mix things up? Because I did quite well last game. Okay, I'll take this one. Takes with the pawn. I go knight. Maybe f6. Maybe f6. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. But I'm just going to counter with the bishop here and progress this piece. And I've still got these sort of ideas. Yeah, he's trying to be more careful about this, clearly. So bishop here, reinforce. Because he's worried about f3, h3. Last game he was kind of lucky. that I messed up. And maybe reroute this. That's good. Now what's next? It's trying to put pressure on this square, maybe. Or not maybe, definitely. And also on the bishop, so I'll do this. Requires concentration this game. Hitting this again, so I'll just do this. Do I want to take with the knight or the bishop? Bishop feels more interesting. Yeah, bishop takes looks interesting. Or maybe just knight takes. Yeah, maybe just knight takes. Keep control of this square. Okay, and I want to go knight takes knight, but why can't I go knight takes knight? I could go knight takes knight, but what if I go bishop here? The problem is he goes knight takes knight, bishop takes bishop. Yeah. Yeah. I want to go bishop here. He's also just got knight takes bishop, actually. Knight takes bishop, bishop takes, and then crashes through here. So, okay, I take this one and hit these two knights. That seems reasonable. Try and get some control on the dark squares. If he takes this one, I have to take with the pawn. Nothing about this game is easy. Yeah, so he's still got a lot of pressure on here. Oh, he gets something interesting going. Okay, so if I go pawn takes knight, bishop takes queen is the problem. That's an issue. Pawn takes knight, bishop takes queen. Okay, so let's do something else with my queen. He's got ideas of coming in here or with a check or some other stuff. So let's go pawn takes knight anyway. Just bishop takes queen. This is a problem. Okay, so I'm going to do this. Defends this one. I only got 30 seconds to figure this out. It's kind of awkward. And take this way, I think. So bishop takes knight is my next plan. Okay, I need to, yeah, absolutely. We know how to reinforce in this game. I'll take this and let's get to work. Or even bishop takes knight and then queen takes pawn. With two knights and a pawn, looks interesting. That's a pawn, it's not a bishop though. It's not a bishop. So maybe I shouldn't have been so gung-ho. I'll take this one. And I need to hit this queen. Don't know how to hit it. He backs off. Okay, I go here. And here. Okay, I'm just going to go here. I should have just gone here and pick up a pawn at least. So I'm not quite sure what I'm doing. Do this, with knight here being the idea. Three seconds left. Okay, I'll take this one. I'll take the queen. Clock awareness. Oh, no clock awareness. No clock awareness. I'm just completely lucky. 4-2. Okay, I do this. Do this. Do this. Develop. Castles. Queen e1 seems reasonable to sidestep. Or what else? Or f3. I like f3. I know what he's going to do. Yeah. He's going to plug away at this weak square. And I'm just going to defend. Yep, just going to defend. Nothing special. And actually I can now go here probably if I want to. I think I've done enough. Have I? Have I done enough to cover everything? I think so. Maybe not. Well, we're going to find out. Okay, so now I'm hitting his bishop. My plan is to hit his knight next, just this. And maybe take here. Oh, he's defending this one. That's a good move. That is a good move. So how to h4, h4, back off. h4 takes. Seems like everything's still defended. That can't be right, though, can it? That can't be right. That can't be right. And I just missed the queen. The miss the queen was So, okay, that's tiredness getting to me clearly. So now this is an issue. Okay. What is going on here? Bishop f2, bishop here check, sidesteps, bishop takes knight check is a problem. So just have to dump a piece on like so, but this is going to be uncomfortable. What did I just do? Okay, so we're aiming for maybe bishop. Oh, so he's going for bishop here, so just take it. If I go here, what's he going for? Bishop here and go here, here. What do I want? What do I want to give him? Rook takes knight, bishop takes, rook takes knight, bishop takes rook, just to keep things closed. And bishop here maybe. But yeah, just hit the queen. So rook here is a mate threat. So I just do this. Knight and bishop in hand. Interesting. So I'm just going to do this. So trapping the queen. So the question is, how does he sack the queen? Probably on a knight. Looks most appetizing, but that's what he's basically doing indirectly. Okay, and bishop at h6 feels correct, but is there anything... Bishop at h6 feels correct, but is there anything more direct? Don't think so. I mean, there was also knight takes pawn, but that just feels slow. So this is a mate threat at least. So now just try and play it quickly. Two knights and a rook. I don't think he's got anything with that. The bishops seem to be... So what if I did queen here? You could put a rook on. So, So idea is pawn here is my threat. So I want to do this. Okay, he's threatening this. That's an interesting threat. So I'm just going to go with this. Give me that knight. Yeah, give me that knight because I think this is checkmate. Okay, 5-2. D4, D5. It's a celebration of the London system. And bishop D6. And takes. And I do this though. So he gets a slightly worse pawn structure. Interesting. So I have to go f6, I guess. Or sidestep the queen. Queen e7. Probably sidestep the queen is better, isn't it? No, it doesn't, because then he just takes the knight and then takes the bishop. So f6 looks correct. And developing looks correct. And putting another piece here would look correct if only, or just reinforcing. Maybe just reinforcing. No, actually, I like bishop takes bishop because this pawn is falling. Yeah, I like this. And then bishop here. What's your response? And then I'm thinking bishop here. Hitting c2 and hitting g2. So he's going to take it. And now I've got a pawn in his half of the board. So that's progress. Progress, progress, progress. Okay, so he's trying to pin it, so I castle. And if knight takes, then knight takes renews the pressure. Okay, so he just said goes for a counterattack. But knight takes pawn defends against that. Unless he wants to sack his queen. And now knight at is a threat. To pick up the queen, which is nasty. He can't castle out of it either. He could castle this way, but there's still knight takes bishop. So, oof, there are a lot of threats here. I think he's having to go bishop e2 to cover. To cover all those threats. And meanwhile, the d2 square is weak, so there may be something complicated here. Like knight takes bishop. And then after bishop takes here, maybe sidestep is actually best because the bishop's covering f7. But got to be careful because h6, g7 ideas could become a problem. So I'm not sure actually. Either h6, g7 or bishop takes f6, which is more dangerous. And he's in a pickle, trying to figure it out. Yeah, so I said that did not work because I can simply take this bishop, right? And let's be really safe and go for this. And rook takes if he takes. Queen takes, yes, yes. Rook takes. Look for intermezzos, if there are any. There are even queen here. Queen here, queen here, queen takes queen, queen takes queen. Knight Knight a3 ideas. Okay, so we play them. Oh, the bishop is covering. Didn't see that. So, knight a3, he doesn't have a knight, so was this a wise thing to do? So knight a3 better work, otherwise I'm in trouble. So knight a3, I've got no swing back. Well, what's the idea here? Yeah, that wasn't a smart thing to do. That wasn't a smart thing to do. So I'm just going to take his bishop, and then he's got nothing on me. That was premature. So the threat here is bishop takes h2. Bishop takes h2 is my idea, but maybe there's no mate just yet. Gosh, what's going on here? God, I need to think. Knight at a3. Knight at a3. If I can get the queen down, yeah, knight at a3. So he has to take it. Takes. Step up. I think this is just going to be mated, right? Maybe not. So if I go, hang on a second. If I just go knight back, he just steps back. Okay. What if I go queen here? I'm confused. Knight back. Uh-huh. Okay. Okay, he's not going to be strict with the draw here. Okay. What do I do here? Okay, I'm just slightly confused what to do here. What's going on? Where's the mate? What the heck? What the heck? What the heck happened there? Oh my goodness, this, I guess luck is on my side today. Oh my goodness. Complete swindle. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. My goodness. Okay, so what's the best move here? Knight e2, knight a4, knight a4. Take. And now c3. What's he doing with that knight? King f1 looks fun. King f1 looks very fun. I mean, bishop h3 is fine, but king f1 looks really fun. So I'm going to do king f1. Takes. And now we have some choices. We could drop a knight here or a bishop here. Kind of not sure. A bishop here looks really fun as well. Just trying to provoke him into sacrifices, which are not worth their salt. He develops his bishop. Okay, so this is tempting. Also, yeah, giving up the queen is a bit much. Also, queen takes bishop, bishop takes queen. Queen takes bishop, bishop takes queen is kind of interesting. Queen takes bishop, bishop takes queen, king takes. And does he have anything? Nothing direct. Oh, he has a queen on the back rank, potentially. Yeah. Yeah, I'll do this. Yeah, I like this, actually, because it's bishop here to follow with a check. Oh, yeah, he'll take with the rook, of course, but still. Still, there's bishop here and take the knight. It looks interesting, actually. So here there's a mate in one threat, so that has to be parried. I wanted bishop takes knight, but now I'm having doubts. Bishop takes bishop. Bishop takes bishop. Knight takes. He's pushed back at least. And there's the other cases. Could we just go straight in somehow? So bishop at d7. Bishop at d7. Rook takes. Bishop at d7. Rook takes d7. Yeah, I don't see that quite working. So what about bishop takes? So bishop takes knight is really interesting. Bishop takes knight, bishop takes bishop. And then knight here is really interesting. Oh, I've got to be careful of this. Knight coming in here with check. That's not good. It's not good, but actually it's fine. It's completely fine. So I'm going straight in. So the idea is to take the knight. That's why I didn't take the bishop, because bishop, then he could just castle. So now if he castles, at least I have, yeah, but what he does have is this move here, and then castles. It's actually very nice. Yeah, so that's what we're up against. And knight here, so at least we can take the knight. But we're also looking at this. 12 seconds left. Gorgeous position, but 12 seconds left. So bishop here looks logical. This one I can take the knight. Knights look kind of risky. Just trying to make him sack everything. This is the sort of policy. Oh, that's a good move. Let's do this. I'm slightly nervous. I have to back off. I mated. Queen here. I mated, I mated. No, I'm not mated. I've got a draw. I've got a draw if I go back. But now, surely he's mated, right? Oh, this is check. Four seconds. Oof. Takes this one. This one, I think he got me. Or has he? This. It's only 3 seconds. This is a problem. I don't actually see mates in 3 seconds just yet. Ah, he found it. He found it. He found the mate. 6-3. That's funny. Neither of us saw that for a while. Okay, last game. It's been an epic battle. At least it's reassuring that I've won. Could have gone either way. I take this one. I'll do this. Oh, yeah, this is defended. That's lucky. Do I go f6 or do I hit it with the knight? I'll hit it with the knight. Okay, I'll take this one. So I'm threatening this with check is the slight problem. Or even knight here takes bishop with check. That's the slight problem from his point of view. Now here it's actually quite tempting just to take this, get those pawns. Play on his light squares maybe. Bishop takes rooks or stuff like this. Bishop takes rook is interesting. Is there anything else? Bishop takes rook, queen takes. Is that bishop takes? Yeah, bishop takes rook is Just let's get out this rook. That seems reasonable. And how to continue? I think bishop here looks strong. So if he takes, I've got a nice central pawn, and if he doesn't take, now this, I can just do this and fork his two bishops. So that doesn't make sense. Takes, takes, and g7's even covered. Takes, takes, takes. Okay, I'll take again. He wants this. But okay, pawn, two bishops, a rook. We should be in some business here. We should be in some good business here. So how do we continue it? Bishop takes knight, maybe. Rook b8, maybe. So bishop takes knight. If he takes my queen, then I have the classic smothered mate. So bishop takes knight is definitely a good move. I mean, it's definitely not a bad move, at least. But the problem is he can just retake, so yeah. take it. He does retake, yeah, that's fine. And now, it's quite tempting to go knight here, check, and something. Maybe rook here. But then rook here, bishop takes queen, and then rook takes b2 is an interesting idea. Rook takes b2. Okay, so something more direct. Knight here, check, at h3. Does that do anything? What about at h3 directly? No, that doesn't quite do it. Okay, so what about rook here? And if he takes my queen, then what? If he takes my queen, I've got rook takes pawn, king takes. What about just queen takes bishop? Queen takes bishop, and no, this is not. I just feel like there is something here, but I can't see it. Okay, I'll do this. That doesn't work because bishop takes queen, rook takes pawn, rook takes pawn. I'm not sure this actually does anything. Because knight here check just sidesteps. What's the idea? What's the idea? I don't see. I don't see the follow-up. It's like it looks promising, but I don't see anything. Maybe a cookie crumb. Okay, so knight here. No, this doesn't quite work. Maybe to h3. Nah, this is just terrible. Just careless. Careless, careless, careless. He's got far too much material. Yep, so this is it. He takes me down in the last one. Yeah. Yeah. I think I needed. What should I have done? How did black miss knight h3? G1 is covered. Yeah, so I just felt there was something here, but I feel like black is doing well here, but so takes is correct. Queen takes bishop, knight takes bishop here. Yeah, it's really unclear. Yeah. Yeah, so it looks like white is better all the way. I mean, that's interesting. Okay, so it was a good try, but he came back with two strong games at the end, from 6-2 to 6-4. But thankfully, I get the match win. Okay, so good games, and thanks Adet for organising.